Alex, what has this season been like for you?
Yeah, it's definitely been challenging. It's been enjoyable as well. I just think, we got a pretty young team. I knew that going in that, we'd have a lot of up and down moments. We are showing some slow growth. But I do like our team. I do like the potential we have. There's obviously better days than others sometimes with, what you deal with in junior hockey. But, learning the league, I've learned a lot. Like, I think, where I came from, maybe I've had to adjust sometimes my expectations for players and how they learn and, what they're capable of and their skill sets at this level. But overall, it's been a good challenge, and I like our team and hopefully get ready for a good playoff run.
What are the things that have been important for you to focus on to develop these guys that you think is good for their development?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's, you don't know, you'd be surprised, what they don't know yet, right? And I think that's what I was saying, like maybe adjusting some of my expectations with the athletes here that we have. A lot of the things we focus on are, some of the intangibles that might make you consistent on the ice. A lot of it is some of the preparation and practice habits. We have a high stress on the fundamentals and just kind of like the consistent work ethic you need to play with and prepare with. So I know that's been a focus point for our group, especially with our younger players, and we've seen a good response from a lot of them.
What do you like that you've been able to accomplish?
Well, I don't know if you'll ever be satisfied. That's just one thing I'm learning as a coach, and I think you have to look sometimes at, not just a trophy that you could potentially win. I think I've seen growth in a lot of our players if you really break it down, and I had a little bit of a goal that hopefully we can finish with a better record than the Rebels have had in the past, and put a good product on the ice that we can be proud of. As well as in the community. I think we've been checking a lot of those boxes, and for us, we're going to be most likely a third seed going into the playoffs, and hopefully we're going to be a team that just competes right to the bitter end. I see good growth in our group, and I don't anticipate us being an easy out in the first round.
How do you like your teams to play?
Yeah, we got some speed. I know, we're pretty young. I think sometimes we're lacking in certain areas, but we're learning how to play as a group, and our structure is getting better. And obviously, we've been a little bit inconsistent. I think that's normal. But when we're on, we got guys in the right spots, and we're not easy to play against. I know that, and obviously, you want to have good special teams, and we're just trying to round out our game in all areas. I think, like I said, we're never going to be satisfied sometimes where we're at, but I think for me, playing a good 200-foot hockey game is important, and like I said, when we're on, we definitely could do that.
How have you grown as a coach?
Obviously, every year you got to learn how to work with the group you have. Sometimes you have certain types of groups, and you have to adapt, and I feel like I've had to do that, like I said, with our team, focus a little bit more on, less is more, and some of the fundamentals that, I expected us to have, but we didn't. That's okay. Let's embrace that. Trying to use all these film sessions as teaching, and I think that's something I enjoy, sharing my knowledge with our players and staff members, and honestly, you can learn a lot from each other too. So I have definitely you got to get better every year, no matter what level you're at. And sometimes the record doesn't indicate what you're working on, what you're doing. But I have enjoyed coaching at this level for sure. It's a well-run league, and there's good players in it, and there's good people in it. KIJHL does a good job, and I'm happy to be a part of it this season.